Let's take a look at a country which lies off the beaten track. A small but much talked of country, Sweden. Admittedly, Sweden lies a long way north, but she is by no means as cold as she is reputed to be. Rumor, after all, is so often wrong. We have heard tell of this country, of the riddle that is Sweden, but the keys to the riddle are not easy to find. Sweden has been a monarchy for many centuries, and a democracy to her very foundations. She can look back upon mighty, bitter days, to the time when she was a great power. Now she had been at peace for 150 years, but she has an active military role with the United Nations. But what sort of people are they, these Swedes? What is their source of strength? What is it that has enabled them to create in their country the highest standard of living in Europe? The number of automobiles per capita is exceptionally high. There is a 9-year compulsory comprehensive school system where even the lunches are free of charge. The aged are cared for. The health service system makes the cost of medical care negligible. And it's the best possible medical care, furthermore, that modern research can give with Swedish-designed equipment, like the artificial kidney. Or the revolutionary heart-lung machine for cardiac operations. Advanced atomic research has produced the proton ray knife for cerebral operations. In her industrial environment, too, Sweden has created a high technical standard under stimulating working conditions. Employees and employers meet on a basis of confidence and reassurance, and the results of this relationship are reflected, for example, in Sweden's legendary industrial peace. So Sweden is a welfare state, and yet the greater part of her industry is privately owned. Private initiative. This is one of the keys to the riddle. A Swede invented the first gauge block for precision manufacturing, and the first adjustable wrench. Other Swedes developed the ball bearing principle, created the first adding machine, found a new solution to the refrigeration problem, cold from heat, introduced new packing means. And and developed the electric arc welder. The sun valve, which lights and extinguishes navigation beacons, is a Swedish invention, known throughout the seafaring world. Swedish steel, yet another key to our riddle. It had long been known that in northern Sweden sudden compass errors were liable to occur. Centuries ago, huge iron ore deposits were found, and today these deposits have become a vital export commodity. The ore itself is high grade and is shipped chiefly by a privately owned Swedish-built ore fleet. Sweden is, in fact, one of the world's leading shipbuilders. A Swedish shipping yard has introduced a new technique. The ships are built in sections inside, and each section is moved out into the dry dock as it is completed. Sweden produces adjustable pitch propellers, even for ocean-going vessels. There is a new and more efficient process for making ship plating. Swedish roller and ball bearings. Who hasn't heard of them? A stainless steel javelin breaks world records. And with the jet of glowing sponge iron powder, stainless steel is cut and concrete bored. Timber, a third key to the riddle. Paper for the news of the world. Or the love letters of the world. Raw materials for Swedish modern. And raw materials for Swedish industry. A Swedish wood refining process loosens the fibers and compresses them again to make a light, strong product. Swedish matches. The safety match was a Swedish invention. The Swedes are international authorities on the art of utilizing the forests and the products of the forests. Forest products are the basis of many everyday articles. Baby's doll, Junior's ballpoint pen, Sis's stockings, Mother's party frock, Dad's glasses rims, the tree that once swayed in the wind washes dirt away, gives beauty aids, exterminates insects and hangovers. Water, our fourth key. Sweden's railroads are electrified. And here is one of the world's most northerly railroads. From it, the midnight sun can be caught. Proportionally, Sweden has more television sets than any other country in Europe. and next only to the United States in telephones. Precision. Precision. A keen sense of precision. This has made the Swedes one of the world's leading exporters of business machines. Every one automatically tested. In palace, factory, and private home throughout the country, this little gadget is to be found. It maintains regular room temperatures in a country where outside the thermometer may vary between +90 and -20 Fahrenheit. The precision of this device is sufficient at Breteuil outside of Paris to regulate the temperature for the international standard meter. Using a beam of light as a means of measuring, Swedish inventors have achieved incredible accuracy. This method has been used for taking measurements of the baseline system at Cape Kennedy. A fleeting subject swiftly captured. Another Swedish idea. In Morocco, the storks nest on the city walls and rooftops. An Arab family brew their traditional mint tea. The Primus stove, a Swedish idea. Special drills and compressed air in lightweight units. The Swedish method, used for boring the new traffic tunnel beneath Mont Blanc's mighty summit. Elsewhere in the world, too, Swedes are helping to solve technical problems. In Ceylon's ancient tea plantations, Swedes are assisting in hydroelectric schemes. Tehran's Mehrabad airport was built by Swedish technicians. Iran has acknowledged Sweden's contribution to her development by a series of postage stamps. One of the latest buildings is the new university campus in Tehran. Other stamps tell of Swedish contributions elsewhere, such as the power station at the old Aswan Dam in Egypt. In Liberia, the Swedes are leading one of the biggest projects in Africa, ore mining at Mount Nimba. These vast peaks are made up of high-grade iron ore, which is now being mined on an industrial scale. Initiative and imagination have opened up new export markets for Sweden. Bowling balls for the bowling countries. Rods and lures for fishermen everywhere. Tennis balls. And cigar-making machines for the traditional tobacco lands. Automobiles to the greatest of the automobile countries. Clothes to the Mecca of fashion, Paris. And, of course, models to model the clothes. Mink. Mink to the women of the world. Beauty creating beauty. Sweden's women are noticed for their beauty wherever you meet them. And you meet them everywhere. Swedish women artists create textiles. Create in clay. Or glass. Sweden has modern sculptors. Fine craftsmen in silver. Or in robust ceramics. Bold protagonists of modern furniture and interior design. All the thousands of articles at home and at work in beautiful, functional forms. Sweden today is a country whose very hallmark is progress. Perhaps only posterity will be able to solve properly the riddle of Sweden. But at least today we can discern the harmony existing between a country and her people, between natural resources, human endeavor, and creative ideas, which all in all is the essence of modern Sweden, the highway to her future.